art galleries and lessons in branding. This is part 4 to this little mini series I'm making to help you better your vision for your brand. Okay. So I have been an entrepreneur for many years now, and I've had some very successful businesses over the last 25 years. I've sold 2 businesses in the multi-millions of dollars. And I've learned a lot over that time in alignment and branding, but most of that has been totally different industries. And now I'm taking my art business, the foundation of everything I've done over 30 years in art, and turning that into something better and more aligned into who I am. And this is like everything I've learned over the last year when I started taking my art business seriously. Okay. So just like pretty much everybody that has found a passion for something, this could be music, this could be acting, and this could be, it doesn't matter, baking. The thing that matters here is that you have something that you've been putting time, money, and energy into for an amount of time, and you want to essentially take it to the market, right? You want to introduce it to those that would really appreciate it. So you can improve their lives and their well-being, or help them, achieve something, whatever the ultimate goal is, and how to get there. Okay, starting from scratch. Okay, that's essentially why I'm making this little mini series, to tell you guys, the process that we had to go through, the behind the scenes, to get in that alignment to what we're doing right now and what's working for us now that we're finally aligning to our vision, not somebody's idea of our vision. And I have some great little stories and tips that I will probably do after, like I tell you, basically up to this point. Because right now we're at March of this year, okay? Because I already filled you in August through March, all right, with the other previous videos on this little mini series. So go watch those first, right? It'll make more sense when you get here. All right, so now we're looking at March. We have all this, new things coming out, and we're prototyping, and we're, strengthening our email list. But this time we've done it literally all. We've been to all the business networking groups in the area. We joined a different little community gatherings that downtown was having, all these little events on the weekends and at night. So our hours were all over the place in a way, because we were doing night events, we were doing weekend events, we were working Monday through Friday on building more of our inventory and getting better at our brochures and our cards and our outreach and our even our systems internally, our list on how we track things, on how we see what people are interested in, on Mondays, people's interests that would come in on Mondays are interested in this, and people that come in usually on Wednesdays are more interested in this kind of stuff. So it was really interesting because we would track everything. So it was really cool to look at the graphs and everything that we created internally and say, wow, that's really cool. Because if you get enough data, you'll see patterns. And it was really cool to be like, okay, if we stay open this time to this time, we're going to estimate 3 people come in and ask us about an original, how could they acquire original. And if we come in for longer hours on the weekend, like a Friday night or a Saturday, most likely people are looking just to kind of hang out, and they're here for an event and they want to do something quick and easy. So they're more here for a painting class or something. And so we were just okay, well, how can we kind of maximize that and turn it into something that makes sense to the alignment of our business, which we realized was just breaking that all down. Don't try to cater to everybody's needs. What was the core of who we were and what we wanted to do? So since it was essentially run by myself and my older daughter as my business partner, we went back and forth, and we were talking about like the places we went, like the trips and stuff, and what we saw. And we would actually go to these nicer like areas, like, and go into all the luxury stores, and we would make a purchase, and we would take note of how they presented themselves, what they were wearing, how they handed us the actual like receipts, how they followed up afterwards, everything. Like I said, we studied. So we even bought books on like etiquette and like customer service and like presentation, like boxing, everything. And so we were just like, okay, we're starting to see the patterns. We're starting to understand. We took a trip to Miami for 2 weeks, and we went to all the fashion districts and the art galleries there, and took notes and realized where we were missing the mark. Like, I realized that I wasn't even like creating art big enough for like the buildings I was thinking that we could essentially like approach and get into. We've already had contacts with commercial builders and like home designers and things like that, and those were good contacts, but we were looking from the point of what could we do better as a business and how we could cater to them better. Like, what do we need to offer them specifically, consistently, and that's important to note too. What can you do as a business to align, but also to align where you are bettering your inventory and your offerings to the businesses that you want to cater to and the clients that you want to cater to. So took a bunch of notes and was just like, okay, we need to fill in these gaps. I need to paint bigger. We need to align with these people more instead of just like an individual client base. Because before, everything was so like just client based, like, okay, just people and not businesses. Even though, sure, I know plenty of business people over the last like 25 years, right? But then we were realizing like all businesses aren't the same, just like all people aren't the same. They're looking for different things. It's funny how like 1 second we can have somebody come in and buy something for $700, and the next minute somebody come in and just like complain that something's $80. Like the dynamics are so different. Like it's like literally there's somebody that's like walk right in, pick up 2 things, come to the counter, pay $700, and then the next minute, like a lady and her daughter was like, "Oh my God, this is so expensive," and storm out, and it was just so interesting, being in that kind of shift space where the people that see us in a downtown area that's accessible, you can just walk into our store, right? And then don't have the accessibility, like I can't afford everything in the store type of price point, which a lot of our downtown like gift shops have. Like pretty much everything is in a price point that one can just walk in and afford. Maybe not everything, but a large assortment. But ours is very catered to that point. So we would say like April to June was catered to the people that actually saw it as not only my actual like artwork, like the actual like limited releases, as an asset, because it was an investment. It's limited edition, it comes signed, but also like the product line that we actually were coming out with like the leather stuff, and also like even the smaller things like the ties, and we were coming out with like hats, and there was a bunch of stuff, keychains, and aligning that to the clientele that we were ultimately more geared to at that point. So you could see the dynamic shift, and it was very interesting to see how we were now aligning to the right clients. We were still getting some of those older clients coming back in, or they were coming in and actually like expecting like something that I could find like in any other store downtown, and just like, well, why isn't this store the same as that store? Because we weren't in that business model. Our business model was totally different. And that's what's really important here. What is your brand and who are you aligning to? So let's finish this up on the next one.